What is the best decade of football? Which era was the most talented? These are questions football fans have been asking forever. The only way to determine this is to take the best players from each decade, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s, and put them on the field in a tournament to determine the greatest NFL era. This is the NFL All-Decade Tournament. First up in the tournament, an exhilarating matchup between the 90s and the 2000s, showcasing the two best offenses in the tournament. Let's start with the introductions of each team, starting with Team 2000s for their players to watch, starting with none other than their quarterback, arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, four-time Super Bowl champion, two-time MVP, two-time Super Bowl MVP, numerous records to his name, the highest winning percentage in NFL history, Tom Brady. Tom Brady will lead Team 2000s in their aerial attack with his incredible accuracy and his passion for the game. At running back, the 2000s hold the single season record leader for most touchdowns in a season. That is none other than LaDainian Tomlinson, LT, with his great vision, his incredible strength and quickness. LT is one of the most complete running backs in NFL history. 2000s arguably have one of the best duos at wide receiver in this entire tournament, starting with Mr. Randy Moss, the deep threat, the greatest deep threat of all time. The combination of skill, size, speed, hands. Randy Moss has it all, and he's going to bring a unique athleticism to this team. Then on the other side, you have Terrell Owens. Not only is he one of the best at touchdown celebrations, but he is up there in every single list in catches, in touchdowns, in yards. T.O.'s aggression, physicality, and swagger will be a huge boost to this team. On the other side of the ball for Team 2000s, they feature two Ravens that will lead this defense to the promised land. Free safety Ed Reed is the definition of a playmaker. His smarts and his chemistry with his middle linebacker will be huge for this team. Speaking of his middle linebacker is none other than Ray Lewis. Now, not only can Ray Lewis deliver great pregame speeches, he's a ferocious tackler, he's very smart, he's super athletic, and does he hit hard. Ray Lewis can pretty much do it all, and he's going to set up the defense in the right play at the right time. Now, Team 90s. At quarterback, arguably the most talented QB in NFL history. A two-time Super Bowl champion, MVP, and 9-time Pro Bowler, John Elway. His incredible arm strength and ability to make something out of nothing will be a huge bonus to the team. The running back position is manned by a two-headed monster. The starter, none other than Barry Sanders. The electrifying line would fool defenders with his insane quickness and breakaway speed, allowing him to break a big run at any moment. The 90s wide receivers have great depth, starting with Mr. Touchdown himself, the fantastic hands of Chris Carter, who's fourth all-time in both touchdowns and catches. Starting opposite of Carter, the playmaker, Michael Irvin. The three-time Super Bowl champion possesses incredible strength and toughness for the position, with an uncanny ability to come up with the big catch. The defense starts with a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, Bruce Smith. The all-time leader in sacks will be counted on to get after the QB. At linebacker, another all-time great pass rusher, the phenomenal talent of Derek Thomas, a QB's worst nightmare. At cornerback, prime time Deion Sanders. Not only will Deion be crucial for the defense, shutting down the opposite team's top wide receiver, but he'll also be counted on as the team's returner. The guy simply makes plays. Early in the game, the defenses stand strong with an interception from Atwater, returned by an interception from the Patriots' Brian Dawkins. The first touchdown of the game comes off an absolutely amazing catch by Randy Moss off a deep pass from Tom Brady. Moss is the cornerback on this play. The very next drive, the Cowboys respond with a bullet from Elway to Chris Carter in the back of the end zone to tie the game up at 7. Moss makes it look easy. Randy Moss takes a simple slant pass, 70 yards for the score, absolutely sending a message to the Cowboys defensive backs early. The question is, can anybody stop this man? Later in the second, Sterling Sharp puts together a great drive leading to a Cowboys field goal, bringing the game within 4. With 2 minutes remaining in the first half, Marvin Harrison takes a perfectly placed pass from Brady all the way to the house, speeding past the defense. Another long play for the 2000s. With a minute 50 left in the first half, John Elway puts together one of his famous 2-minute drills with passes to Sharp, Irvin, and others to bring the game a little closer for the 90s. That was capped off by a Darryl Johnson 1-yard touchdown run. The 90s defense makes a big stop right before halftime to give Elway and that hot offense another chance for points, and they deliver with 3 to cut the 2000s lead to 1 going into the third. On the first play of the second half, Brady delivers a strike to Marvin Harrison at the 50-yard line, throwing it on the run with ease. The Patriots' run game finally gets rolling as Edgerrin James provides a spark to the offense and has the 2000s knocking on the door once again. A huge missed opportunity for the 2000s as Brady misses a wide open LT in the end zone, settling for 2 field goals on the next 2 drives. The 90s tie it up at 27 as Champ Bailey gambles on the play, letting Tim Brown release into the back of the end zone for the easy touchdown. With just over 6 minutes left in the game, tied at 27, the 2000s get a huge play from Terrell Owens as he outjumps his defender, making an incredible catch, setting the Patriots up in position to take the lead in the fourth quarter. On the biggest third down of the game, the 90s defense steps up with a well-timed hit from safety Leroy Butler, forcing the 2000s to take the field goal, putting the ball in John Elway's hands to win it. Elway takes the snap, drops back, throws. It's picked off by Champ Bailey. Champ comes through in the clutch for Team 2000s. That will solidify the win. What a game. MVP goes to none other than the freak Randy Moss. Team 2000s take it. What a great game. 30-27 for Team 2000s. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It took a lot of hard work to put this together. If you're wondering how I simulated this game, I simulated it using whatifsports.com, and it was multiple times, not just once, to get an accurate game simulation. The next game in the tournament will be the all-decade teams for the 1970s versus the 1980s, and that will continue on the all-decade tournament. It's Mitch of TheBottomLineView. If you could Gronk spike that like button. And I think you'd really like this channel. You can check it out. There's lots more NFL stuff going on all season long. Thanks, guys, for watching. Peace out.